Sir Allo here, and in this video, I'm going to teach you how to create buttons. It is important to combine HTML elements with JavaScript elements in order to make your website or web applications more interactive. And basically, what you'll be creating is a button that's able to access a JavaScript function in order to get your button to do something. So let's get started on that. First, you would have to make your First, you would have to make your basic HTML layout. So you just write these HTML tags. Okay, and right now you would actually create the button, and in order to do this, you would have to type this out. Input type quotation marks button, and basically this is your basic button. So let's save that. We shall call this button test. You would save it as a HTML element, a HTML file, sorry. And now let's go on and run the code. So this is your basic button right here. You can click on it, but nothing's happening because we have not programmed anything. But this button looks a bit tiny, so let's go ahead and actually put in some words, since it's just a button and you won't be able to figure out what it does. So in order to get text inside your button, you would have to access its property, type in its property value, and then type in the text you want. So let's put in click me. Save that. And basically, with the value property, you would actually be able to insert text into your button. Now let's actually program this button to do something. The only way to actually get your button to do something is that you'd have to use a language called JavaScript. And it's basically a language that allows you to use HTML elements and be able to use this language, the JavaScript language, to make your applications more interactive, because there's a lot of features inside this language that you can use. So in order to write our JavaScript code into our HTML element, you would have to create script tags. So you would type in script type equals text slash JavaScript, close the tag, and then insert another tag, script. And in this tag, you would put all of your JavaScript here. So in order to get our button to do something with this JavaScript, we have to create a function. So it'll be function, and we're supposed to name our function. Let's call it click me right now. So inside this function, you will type in your code. So we're gonna type in alert. And basically what alert does is that it creates a message box. It creates a message box where you would type in your text box and a pop-up box would appear. So let's type in hello world. Okay, but you're still not done yet. Right now you have to get to link this HTML element to this JavaScript function, and you would do this by typing in onClick. And what you would do, and what this does is that basically at any time you click on the button, it would do anything that's inside this onClick property, which in this case we wanted to access our JavaScript property. So let's go ahead and test that out. And let's click this. And as you can see here, it creates a pop-up box. It creates a pop-up box with the text we written inside it. And that's just one of the things you can do in JavaScript. Right now, let's go ahead and actually try to get it to edit a label. So let's type in this element, label for test lab, test label, and set its ID equal to test lab. And then we would put this in, close our label tag, and then let's test let's type in a sample text in our label. So let's type in this text has not changed yet. Let's see what it looks like so far. Hold on just 1 second. Okay. Okay, so as you can see here, this is the label, and this has its set text. But what we're gonna do is that we're gonna have JavaScript change that through this button. So another thing you can do is that you would use its get element by ID property in JavaScript. So basically, let me show you what I'm talking about. Okay, so you type in document dot get element by ID dot value, no, dot inner HTML is equal to whatever we want, whatever text we want to actually replace this. So let's click on, let's type in you have changed the text. Okay, so what I basically did here was that I used this property in order to access this lab, which we're typing right now, test lab. So basically, it once you type in this and then you set it equal to this, this would access this, the test lab, and it would replace this text with this. So let's test that out. And as you can see here, you have changed your text, and there's still our JavaScript alert message box. So obviously, refresh this. You can see it again. This is the text. This is our original label. However, we used JavaScript in order to replace this label with this text using get element by ID. This ID here. You would actually insert the ID here, and then dot inner HTML, which actually changes the HTML inside this, aka the text. Okay, so now I'm gonna teach you how to actually edit text boxes. So again, let's create a text box. Text. And we can set its ID to text box. Let's go ahead and save that. So this is the text box. This is the text box in which you're gonna insert your value inside that. Okay, so let's get some text written inside that using JavaScript. Okay, so let's create another function. Let's create another statement. You would use the same you would use the same feature of this. You would use the get element by ID since you need to access the text box with the ID. Okay, so let's rename this to text box 1, and then we should insert text box 1 in here, and then we would put it in value, and then we would replace it with our text. So let's type in hello world inside this text box. So let's go ahead and see how that works. So there is absolutely nothing inside this text box, but if you click here, okay, so for some reason it's not working. Okay, I see it right now. We have the incorrect ID. So we did not type in our ID right, so it could not recognize the text box. So let's reload this. And okay, like I said before, there's nothing in it, but if you click on this button, and right now you can see that our text box, the value of the text box has actually changed since we transferred from nothing to something, as in we place this text inside of this text box. Hello world inside this text. Alright, so that's was a basic introduction in how buttons work in HTML and JavaScript, in which you could use JavaScript in order to create all of these amazing things with the click of a button. But the basic layout, the basic lesson I'm trying to teach you is that you'd use this button, you would create a button like this, and you would type in your JavaScript function. And once you learn a bit more of JavaScript, anything you type in here, any code you make in that function, this button will activate it. So if you learn more JavaScript and learn how to create all of these amazing features on there, then you're on your way to making some amazing web applications. Alright, Sir L. Low here, signing out.